Hello guys, just checking in with ya. I wasn't commentating. We were just noting a similar deployment that Travis has employed. We employed a deployment, and we'll talk more about what we saw him do previously.
Well, I think you know how these ships are going to move, and like especially in the current format with like, you know, the distance you have to cover to get to those objectives.
Everything's very mapped out.
Yeah, and like you don't want to self-bump, obviously that's bad. So I think having this like practiced deployment does make a lot of sense. So here's the situation here. We're in the round of 16. We're waiting on maybe one more table to get kind of set up before we start the timer. So our stream table is ready. There is one other table that's still kind of getting the objectives down. We're giving everyone a little bit more of a chance to get set up. I did pay out last round.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Let's start a new one then while we're waiting here. So we'll throw that up for you guys, give you something to do while we wait for another one of the games to set up. All these games have to be timed at the same pace. I don't know how to describe that.
We would like them to, we want 1 clock.
1 clock for all games. Yes, yes. So no more start whenever you feel like it kind of situation. So we'll be coming back. We'll do the intro and give the breakdown, blah, blah, blah. All the things you're normally used to in just a bit. But we'll hold off on it for now. I'll let you guys get your betting in the meantime. Hello and welcome back to Gold Squadron Podcast. My name is William Hagwood. Today I'm joined by Johnny Randazzo.
Good morning, Will.
And we are coming to you live from the World Open Qualifier here at Adepticon. This match of X-Wing 2nd edition with the scenario of salvage mission. We have Travis Johnson on our left representing the Rebellion, and John Babcock in the right corner, I guess. I don't know. On the right side. I got really into the announcing voice there. John is on the right. He is flying the Grand Republic.
Rebels on Republic. We've seen it before this weekend.
Big surprise. Both of these players we have seen on stream before, so we're getting more and more familiar with their list. All right.
I thought he already announced time starting.
I don't know what to tell you. There's a stoppage time. We're counting down 72 minutes, which is the minimum time a game could be in this tournament. Then the event organizer has rolled a secret dice roll, which will determine how much time goes beyond 72 minutes. It should average around 75 to 78. But it can go up to, 75, 76, and it can go up to 78.
Yeah, the range is 72 to 78, but it could be anything in between.
No, I was checking the dice averages.
Oh, the stats.
And it should average about 74, 75.
Got it.
76. Those are the most popular chances to roll. So
got it.
It more than likely will still be around 75 minutes, but you don't know. You do not know. Could be 72 if you're like holding out, you know what I mean?
We can tell you're a gamer, Will, because
why?
You understand dice stats.
Someone showed them to me. I didn't do the math.
You tell your friends with gamers.
Exactly. We are going to reopen the betting here. And we're going to have Johnny talk about salvage mission.
Salvage mission. So as you know, this is the one where you move up to an objective and use the scenario action tow to place, how do I want to say it, to claim that objective onto your ship. And so once you have that objective, your ship flies around with it. And at the end of the round, you accumulate points based on the number of objectives controlled by your ships. Now, there are a few conditions where you can drop that objective. First of all, you can drop it voluntarily. There are certain situations where you may want to do that. It's rare, but it is an option to drop a supply cache objective.
You would do that at the end of your activation as well.
Oh, at the end of activation.
At the end of your activation.
At the end of your activation. Okay, fair enough. Also, you drop a supply cache if you take critical damage at any point. And of course, it gets dropped if your ship is destroyed. Now, when you drop a supply cache, your opponent places it within range 1 of your ship. And in the case of a destroyed ship, range 1 of the final location of that ship.
Yep, whoever's not controlling the cache drops the crate, or places the crates is what I mean.
So we see some early shots coming in here. 3 hits on the board against 1 evade, and that is an easy 2 shields down on Sabine.
Sabine is the red one, yeah.
Sabine is the red one.
So we saw Obi-Wan at the, or sorry, Plo Koon at the start of an engagement sling that focus token using the Force up to Obi-Wan here. And he can spend the Force there, block both of those hits. Not a problem. Now, that will mean that oh, he's checking Predator?
Yeah, I believe so.
He was just double checking and making sure that was correct or not. So the big thing though, one of these new upgrades that Sabine has is Mandalorian optics. During the system phase, she can lock a ship in her front arc, which because Obi-Wan just shot at her, you know he's an arc to require the lock. So there's no penalty for using Mandalorian optics. It just has limited use, only 2 charges for the whole game.
Some people saying they're having sound issues, but other people saying they can hear us, so probably just needs a quick refresh. If you can't hear us, you didn't hear me say that. But another comment is to do a breakdown of the cut, so we can recap that.
Oh, perfect. That is a great transition here. Let's do some points first. So how many caches did we have them picked up here? I believe they are using this marker here and this marker here and this one. So that's 2 to John and 1 to Travis there. So let's do we'll go to this screen. You can look at these beautiful locks of hair there. So these competitors.
And it is exclamation point bracket in the chat to pull up our bracket.
We can, yeah, you guys can follow along at home. I think I can sneak if I do. I wonder if I do
yeah,
this.
You should be able to copy it from the table.
Let's see. Well, no, that was this one.
Oh.
Nope, it's not gonna let me. Not too worried about it though. I can just let you know what's going on as we switch back to the table. So a breakdown of the cut. We had 0 of the 12 resistance in the tournament make cut, 0 of the 16 scum and villainy, 2 of the First Order, who promptly got eliminated. 1 in the top 32, 1 in the top 16. 4 of the 35 Galactic Empire, and I think that only 1 remain. Yeah. Steve's still in it, and Ben is still in it. So 2 of the 4 who made it into the cut of the Galactic Empire remain going forward. What was the other one? Oh, Ben and you just pointed at it. Oh, Steve, Ben and Steve. Steve's playing right now, and Ben has already progressed to the top 8. Then we get into what we're going to call the major factions, which is Galactic Republic. 6 of the 50 made it into the top cut. How many do we got remaining right now? Still a bunch of them, right?
Which faction? Republic?
Republic. 1, 2.
3?
Just 3 remain. Okay, so half of them were eliminated there so far. And then finally, the Rebellion started with 51 players in Swiss. 6 of them made it into the top cut. And currently we're sitting at, I believe, 3 still. Courtney, Marcel, and Kieran. And Travis. Yep. So actually, 4 of the 6 still in the top cut, making a good show.
Why no mention of CIS? Unfortunately, CIS did.
Yeah, they had 9. 9 played in the tournament.
9 played in the tournament. One made
cut.
One made the cut. Okay.
I'm gonna go fire James.
Why no mention of CIS? 1 in the cut and is no longer in the running.
Yeah. I'm gonna go yell at him. Try to decipher what's going on in this battle. Maybe talk about that Chewbacca.
This is a really fun build for Chewbacca. Let me just pull up some of these cards. Okay, so we have Chewbacca, Hopeful, which we may or may not see Hopeful come into play. Baze, giving a little bit of extra tokening up. You can end up with multiple focus tokens. Ursa Wren is the new card that we're seeing here. Ursa Wren, you can maintain up to 2 locks. Each lock must be on a different target, so that's like the R3 astromech functionality. After a friendly ship at range 0 to 3 is locked, you may acquire a lock on an enemy ship. So, at any point when a friendly ship at range becomes locked, that can be by an enemy or by your own friendly ships, the ship carrying Ursa Wren can then acquire a lock. It does not have to be a lock on the same enemy ship that locked your friendly. It's just you can acquire a lock on an enemy ship.
Yeah, they're very vague on the restrictions there.
And then Biston allows for shooting twice per round. So this Chewbacca can end up with multiple locks, multiple focus tokens, and multiple shots, all within the same turn. And yesterday, we even saw this Chewbacca get a double kill in a single round and put Travis ahead. So really a hard-hitting Chewbacca. Let the Wookiee win. That, of course, does combo well with Luke Skywalker having R3 astromech, because R3 also allows you to have multiple locks, which can trigger the Ursa ability. Basically, Rebels allowing all of their allies to get as many tokens as possible at any point.
Yeah, so the I just want to touch on one thing. This is actually a great rules question. Because Ursa says you may acquire a lock, you do need to be within range 3 of a ship to acquire it. You would have to say something like ignoring range restrictions or something. But what I really like is that combination with R3, because you could lock 2 different friendlies with R3 and give Ursa 2 different locks. Pretty powerful stuff. What was the other thing? We were doing the math of, imagine you're range 3 from a friendly, and that friendly is range 3 from Ursa, and the ship Ursa locks is range 3 from her.
Sure.
So you acquired a lock on a ship about range 9 from the ship performing the action.
Sure. So you acquire a lock up here. That strings to your friendly ship, that strings to Ursa, and then Ursa locks something over here. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty crazy is all I'm saying here. It looks like we got no damage from that attack. We did see, yeah, that was Sabine shields, no damage cards. We're gonna be firing Luke then. should have kind of wanted the. Oh no, this isn't trick shot. We saw a trick shot with Crazy Vulcan. This is an outmaneuver Luke. Whew, that's scary. I got to get that on the table.
So, why did Travis not pick up the supply cache with either Luke or Chewbacca?
In case
You just want to get locks instead of...
he wanted to take locks.
Just wanted to take locks.
Makes sense to me. All right, spin the force on, this would be Plo, and takes the shield away. All right, Chewbacca's reaching. Really wanted those shots. Well, so honestly, to answer your question, Travis's list doesn't care about objectives.
No, just looking to put out damage.
Yeah.
I can grab the objectives when my opponent's ships are all dead.
We'll let the A-Wings do that. That's not Chewbacca and Luke's job.
Hit crit, but evaded. John with those defensive Jedi. Or was that? I believe so.
Yeah, I think that was the last. Yep, we're going into cleanup here, and we'll check back in with the players, see if they've updated the score. Looks like they have. So three. No, I don't know why I'm saying three.
Two and one. 3 total were claimed.
3 total are claimed, yes.
2 and 1, I think.
Maybe that's what I was trying to say. John's got 4. Travis has 2 because of what they had picked up. We still see these caches right here.
Unclaimed.
Just sitting around. No big deal.
We got to salvage these caches.
You should salvage the cache.
If a ship friendly to Chewie is locked in the same round, the Chewie can acquire multiple locks. Yes, that's right. Ursa Wren text says your ship can maintain 2 locks if they are on different targets.
Right, but you can acquire as many locks as you want to, just like you could gain as many focus tokens as you would be able to. You're just limited by 1 target lock action and 1 focus action.
That's right. Has D been standing there creeping the whole time? I would say yes.
Yep. We have...
but I mean, is it creepy when you dress to impress? He's off camera now.
Oh, he left. He's got better things to do.
He's just classing up the joint.
I know. I gotta show off our beautiful t-shirts from our merch store, but I do think we could use some sport coats. I think me and Dion, the whole Gold Squadron crew, could pull it off.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of classing up the joint, look at these classy acrylic tokens.
Ooh, love that
out
segue.
On the board. And they are created by our sponsor, Curled Paw Creative. What really impresses me the most about Curled Paw is as the moment new content is announced from AMG, Curled Paw already has tokens relevant for it.
Oh, yeah.
So these objective markers provided to us from Curled Paw Creatives, you can get those yourself by using coupon code ACON22 for 20% off any purchase from Curled Paw Creatives. Thank you, Curled Paw, for sponsoring this event.
All right, looks like we have, that's the beam trying to ditch the Jedi behind her, coming in fast. Sabine is a fairly new A-Wing, but she is essentially a Fang fighter. She's got Concordia and Fearless, if you're familiar with those upgrades from Scumfangs. She, as long as there's a ship, or excuse me, let me rephrase that. As long as she is in the range 1 front arc of a ship, she can convert one die to a hit or one die to an evade. Makes her very strong for defending, because A-Wings typically don't get multiple tokens. Unless you're like ZZ or something, but Republic or Rebel A-Wings rarely get multiple tokens. But if she can get into that range 1, she can essentially get extra evade results because of it. Plus, I like the little twist here of the ion missiles and outmaneuver. If you could get her onto the flank, she can ionize the ship and then close into range 1. For some good attacks.
Yeah, so bringing that Mandalorian disposition to the Rebel faction because of her background on Mandalore, bringing some of those same modifications that we see, that we're used to seeing from the Fang fighters.
Yeah, and the new keyword on these cards, well, not new keyword, but these new cards that have keyword restrictions on them, like Mandalorian, I think is really cool. Mandalorian, like Bounty Hunter, there's like Freighters as well. Clone, we saw in Dedicated. I think that is such an interesting way to restrict and or give access to ships, or give access to upgrades on these ships that might not even have, access to them in their faction. But also you could create a card that isn't faction locked. Just, you know, this is only for a freighter, or this is only for large base clones or something, right? You can really get specific on who can and cannot take these upgrade cards. And when we're getting into this just huge amount of cards for these ships, not just on them, equipping on them, but just the pool itself is so big that at some point you got to be able to pull some levers and reel those back in.
Yeah, it's a good design tool, but it also fits into the theme of these characters, you know, playing into, hey, Sabine is a Mandalorian, and so she has access to these Mandalorian upgrades.
No, it makes sense. Yeah, like the tracking fobs for the Mandalorian, like the Mandalorian, being like Bounty Hunter restricted. I think that's cool. The little like different tech, different things you could have. Could see something like a Jedi or something on a Force upgrade that only Jedi could take.
Yeah, in addition to they have the light side, dark side restrictions too on some of them.
All right, looks like Obi-Wan's, he is holding that crate. You do see these little crate markers flying around. That is Hobby holding one, Contrail, no surprise there. The 2-point ships just went right for the objectives.
Yeah, and so they're already getting their value. So John is a local. He flies at Pastimes, Gold Squadron's local store. So I've flown against him a number of times. He is great at flying these Jedi. He knows exactly.
He's almost been flying them exclusively.
He knows exactly where they need to be. He sees a turn or two ahead of time. He really puts them in unexpected places by taking advantage of fine-tuned controls, and really an expert Republic player.
All right, I'm worried about Chewbacca here. Not really doing a lot for his 7 points. He's got his arcs facing side to side here, which I could see the hesitation to rotate because I imagine he's trying to take this lane, right?
Yeah, so the first few times I flew big base turrets like this, I always found myself kind of rotating the arc like one way one turn and then another way another turn. It wastes so many actions.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I can imagine if Chewbacca, just pointed his arc forward, and then if he banked next turn, he'd have to turn it to the side.
Yeah, exactly. So it does make sense to kind of figure out not only where Chewbacca is, but where Chewbacca is going. But then, like you said, he's not really getting use out of all of his
offensive power.
All of his offensive power. Thank you.
Yeah, he doesn't have any support abilities. He's just a 7-point hammer out there to Luke's anvil. Or maybe he's the anvil and Luke's the hammer. I guess that's probably a better analogy.
The Millennium Falcon does look more like an anvil, being the wide surface.
Yeah.
And Luke with proton torpedoes being the hammer. I think you've got it.
Contrail's coming in though. Can't say enough about Contrail. Something like 38 of the 50 Republic list had chose Contrail. Especially when he's paired with other I-5s. Obi-Wan, Plo, Oddball even. Yeah, unfortunately, it's so strange to me that both of these heavy hitters for each of the squads really taking it pretty casual here, avoiding shooting. It might be just a way to preserve their points for the time being. We got a proton torpedo, hit, crit.
So I think the first shot came in and Travis didn't like any of those results, re-rolled all of them, and ended up with 4 damage.
That will work.
So offensive modifications working here. And we see the 2 stress tokens go down on Wolf, meaning that's from a panicked pilot, right?
Exactly.
2 stress.
Yep, that was they did specifically call it out. They had D cut it. And John called out that was going to be D's crit, so D had cut to Panic Pilot, which is a terrible crit going into the corner.
Yeah, that's right. Not a lot of options here for arcs. It's like 1 and 2 straights and banks. Yeah, and so that arc really wants to be turning.
And it's hourglass too, so when it banks, its arc's going to be faced like this,
anywhere,
right?
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. John was trying to keep it safe, but Travis singled it out as a ship with a vulnerability.
And we see another damage card go down here on Wolf. Wolf now with 2 damage cards.
Oh, excellent point. This is an R4P Wolf, so can change that to a white hard turn. Some of the best tech you can get for these arcs. We did talk about, we saw John play on stream in one of our warm-up days, flying this same list. And me and James questioned why expert handling and R4P and no veteran tail gunner.
Sure.
We can shoot out the front, then follow up with another attack out the rear. And essentially, John's reasoning was that you have to take R4P. But fact. But he thought that for scenarios where you need to control the objectives, we're talking chance engagement, and well, you need to always control objectives. I meant where you don't need to do scenario actions.
Right, where you controlling areas.
Areas, yes, thank you. which was assault and chance, right? That the expert handling, being able to position in between two objectives, or making sure that you just roll onto even just one objective, was far more beneficial than doing the front and back attacks because of the such low. What's up? Oh, the points. Yes, the points. 6-2-3 there. So John got 2. Jeff still holds on to his 1 cash.
Same as last turn.
Yep, no changes here. Luke is not even going to bother. Luke and Chewbacca don't even care about those caches. It's not their job. Sabine probably would have maybe went for this one had Obi-Wan not been so quick to take the middle objective and put pressure on her right away. We're going into round 4, actually.
Okay, so how much trouble is Wolf in right now? We kind of know what move he's likely to make.
Yeah, it's hard to.
But still won't get the benefit of an action. And so...
Yeah, might be able to get a shot on Luke if Luke just goes forward there, but...
True.
We'll see. We'll see. We got a first player stays with John then. And we're going to see Mandalorian Optics trigger again. So that should be the final one. You see that Obi-Wan has lost all of his locks. No longer care about that ship.
Yeah, that's right. He's far away.
Cormac, Bagel Drone. Cormac did win. You missed him on stream last round. He's facing off against #1 seat, 2-time Adepticon runner-up Nathan ID. So the best of luck to him on that. Ooh, we do have that 7th Fleet gunner as well. Maybe the Ark can find an enemy ship to allow a friendly to increase their attack dice.
All right, we see Barris banking in towards the top of the board. John thinking about actions with her. We see Flip a Force, probably getting a boost. A bank boost. And then we'll still get her normal perform action to focus. So John kind of realizes, like, hey, I'm up on objectives right now, and Travis seems to not be going for them.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to bother either.
I mean, you have more crates than him, or caches.
Exactly.
You got more caches than him. You're scoring more points per round.
I think that's exactly the mentality. So Chewbacca coming in with a fast maneuver here, getting right up to Luke.
Beautiful.
If those were my ships, I think they would have certainly bumped. But Travis knows what he's doing. And now we do see the rotate arc.
Really?
Rotate it forward. Opted not to do it last turn, but is doing it this turn. So definitely looking to get more shots out of Chewbacca. Here comes Wolf with the 2-turn. Like we said, R4P turning it into a blue maneuver, I believe.
Yep, from white to blue.
So that should shed one of the 2 stress. Still no actions for Wolf.
I assume he did? I guess not. Maybe he wrote him off already.
We'll see. We'll see if one of those stress tokens gets picked up at some point. And now we have Contrail bumping.
Ooh, takes the red focus then. Yeah, so no focus on Chewbacca. There's no coordinating in this list, so he's not going to get it anytime soon. Unless A shift dies. Hopeful. Hopeful could, in fact, give Chewbacca that focus if perchance Sabine goes down. Unlikely.
Yeah,
She's in the backfield.
No one's pointed at her.
But maybe some of these I-5s take down Hobby. It's kind of almost like, I didn't really think about it, but like Hopeful Chewbacca is very similar to the Resistance Chewbacca ability then, where you get an action.
Oh, that's kind of interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, because you would get your focus token, then still get a bonus attack from Bistan. Very, very similar. What's wrong?
I was going to say, someone asked, is there a bracket for today? And the chat beat me to it. Exclamation point bracket.
Exclamation point bracket.
To see the updated standings and bracket.
Yep, we have the 3 remaining games in the top 16 finishing out. Then we'll move on to the top 8. Trying to wrap up quickly here. This is the last day of Adepticon. The vendor hall is apparently being open for a couple more hours. Then I think the whole thing's wrapping up around 4. So one last chance to get a demo in, one last chance for these guys to promote new and new and interesting miniatures games. I'm so jealous. I always try to go play one of them pirate games over there with those ships. Oh,
yeah.
Man, so fun.
Man, like, I don't know if you got a chance to walk around yesterday.
No, never.
No. I did just like during our lunch break, and just walking past these tables with like just the most extravagant setups, right? You see like multiple level, like multiple area miniature setups, and you're just like, what game is that? Like, this is a fantasy game next to a sci-fi game, next to, like you said, a pirate game, next to a World War II. You just gotta love it.
So I think we see here the Ursa Ren trigger. Looks like Luke puts his locks here and here, and then because of Sabine getting locked from Luke, Chewbacca is able to lock out here onto Barris.
Natties.
Love that Ursa Ren. Natties in the chat. Speaking of our chat, I see Dan has subscribed with Prime. He might have followed our link here to a video describing how you can get a free Twitch subscription if you have Amazon Prime. So check that out. A great way to support us for free. Costs you nothing if you're already using Amazon Prime. All right, looks like Luke here, range 2 possibly obstructed. No torps either, has the lock. Gonna drop it for hit, crit.
Hit, crit. So that's gonna be another crit coming through into Wolf. Direct hit.
Down to 1 then?
I think that's how I read it. Yep, I see 5 cards out there.
Okay, Wolf get to shoot. Does have higher initiative than Sabine Wren, but Sabine Wren, range 1, outmaneuver Predator.
Lining up a kill
with
shot.
Focus.
Yeah.
And target lock for Mandalorian Optics. I don't think you're getting out of that one, Wolf.
So as we thought, Wolf's maneuvers really limited based on where he was. And just being taken down by the combination, Luke, and we would assume Sabine. Wolf is getting his shot in here. Roll the dice out of the box. I see 2 hits there. No tokens to modify. So it's going to be 2 into... I'm not sure which target he's going for. Probably Luke.
Just discussing some ranges here. They're discussing, oh, he's asking about Chewbacca for right now, seeing if he can double tap, or how many modifications Barris is going to get in return. Do you see Obi-Wan shoot? He must have missed.
Obi-Wan and Plo, I think both shot. Yeah. Yeah.
No, Plo didn't shoot.
Oh, Plo didn't shoot. Obi and Contrail both shot.
Okay.
I saw 2 attacks come out.
Right. All right, so Luke gets a force back for defending. Wolf uses his charge for a reroll, and Luke blanks out on that obstructed attack and loses his 2 shields. No real defensive tech on Luke. He's all offense here without maneuver and torps.
Yeah, I think the assumption is he brings his own defense. So
that's, yeah. Naturally reoccurring force.
And rerolls all day on Travis's side. Console fire goes and a direct hit. Yeah. Okay. Cards are flying everywhere.
You done,
Wolf is very much...
You're just a pup now. Get on out of here.
Very much off the board.
So we'll see here. Then that should be the final shot here is Hobby, Derek Clivian. No, we forgot about Chewbacca. Yeah.
Chewbacca coming in at initiative 4.
Oh, yeah, he should have shot first.
He should have shot first. So we had the Sabine shot because it was kind of the obvious shot. But yeah, Chewbacca.
One hit, one evade. Punished for shooting out of order. And then this is going to be Hobby. Yep, I do see here. Yeah, I think Hobby's actually both shields down. He must be this one. Because this is Hobby, Sabine, Luke, and Chewie. So Luke actually has a shield upgrade. Oh, right, no. That was, oh, no, I'm thinking, oh, man. The Lukes are blurring in together, aren't they? He should have gotten an evade, though. No, I see it now. I see the damage card now. Thank you so much. I got Crazy Vulcan's Luke build on my brain.
That's right. That's maybe that's a New Hope Luke, and this one's an Empire Strikes Back Luke.
Possibly.
Or is it reversed? This one has the proton torpedoes.
Did Luke ever fly an X-Wing other than a New Hope? He flew to Dagobah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
he didn't fly it in combat.
No, he kind of just like stole it from the rebellion.
Well, he wasn't flying a snowspeeder to Dagobah.
No, but it's like a military vehicle though. Like, why does
it was his though? It was his Red 5 X-Wing.
His? Did he buy it? I mean,
Leia gifted it to him.
Oh, that's nice.
She's like, hey, don't get into trouble, and if you get any magic force tingles, come running.
Yeah, and he did.
He did, yeah.
And he didn't complete his training.
Just in case you meet a weird creature and you need to dip out of there, Han might be turned into a stone, so hurry back anytime. Just in case we get ate by a space slug.
But I'll let you know.
Yeah, call me.
Keep the line open.
You blow up the Death Star, you get a ship. Yeah, basically. Oh, and a medal. He did. It was the backside of the medal says this medal is redeemable for 1 ship. We also got that awesome yellow jacket, too.
That could have been his jacket.
Did he take luggage to the Falcon?
Yeah, it's a cargo ship. There's like closets just everywhere. Just hang up your jacket.
Oh, you know what? That was probably Big's jacket.
Oh, rough. Biggs was a fashionable dresser, though. I mean, did you see like the deleted scene, like Biggs in like the cape and all?
Oh
that?
Yeah. It was definitely Biggs. That's super dark, actually.
I kind of like it, though.
I mean, he respected his friend, right? Biggs died so that the rebellion could live on. Classic Biggs.
Biggs died so that the rebellion could be more fashionable.
Points update, please. Let's check these guys. They are scoring it now 8-9. So John must have 3? No, I have that reversed, as always. Travis has 1, John has 2. That hasn't changed.
Right, then Travis just getting those extra points from taking out Wolf. And really, that's Travis's game here, isn't it? Objectives, what objectives?
Yeah. He still has 4 points on him, right? As long as Derek Clivian can hold on to his own one. Keep scoring that same point every round. A 2-point ship has scored 4 points so far this game.
It's worth it.
So can't complain. No, don't go anywhere, Marcel. Marcel.
Thank you.
Where'd my other bag go?
So we do see Chewbacca moving in 1 forward, kind of getting into the scrum, ready to get some shots fired. And then we have Barris doing a K-turn, flipping around, brings those locks she has on her. And ends up pointing back towards the top of the board with a force token as well. Next up in the order is Luke. Luke's simple 2-turn. Maybe just looking to regroup a little bit here. And considering actions here for Luke. And of course, just going to get a lock out there. So Luke, I believe what I'm seeing here, Luke locks Chewbacca. Okay, Luke locks Chewbacca, allows Chewbacca to lock Plo, and then because Luke has R3, spends his second lock to also lock Plo Koon, is how I read it. Let me know in the chat if I got it wrong. And we do see Plo Koon moving in here towards the middle area of that top part of the board. And John is really going to have to think over what action to take for Plo Koon here, because Plo Koon has arcs on him. So John thinking, is there a reposition that I can do? How can I get defense up to keep Plo Koon in the fight?
Yeah, it's got the full kill box here. Every single ship of Travis Johnson's pointing in the same direction here. Turns out Travis might be proving to all these Republic lists that, you know, you can just like score points by killing things.
Yeah, I heard these ships are worth points too, so let's go.
My objectives are flying around on the board, and I score them by shooting.
Hello, Shazbot.
Oh, bays! I can't believe I missed the bays.
Yeah, bays gets you tokens.
Up to 2 additional focus tokens. So basically, 3 enemies equals 3 focus tokens. 4 enemies still only net you 3 focus tokens. So good in combination with Bistan as well. Wow. Really can get some offensive modifications out there. Excellent.
And bays even works if you bump and get that red focus action. Is that right?
This is what's interesting about bays is that, so we had to talk about this earlier. It says, while you perform a focus action, you may treat it as red. So this comes up with like Aaron Kraken, who can allow a ship to take a red action after he fires.
Okay.
That red action can be red.
It's
always going to be red.
It doesn't make it super red or anything.
No.
It's still just red.
Still just red. And because bays looks for ships at range 0 to 1, it counts the ship you bumped into.
Okay.
Travis Johnson really diving deep into the card pool to find all these little niche cards.
Yeah.
We haven't been using at all because it just never really came up. But now, if you just can get multiple focus tokens for free.
Natural hit crit on the board. John rolling for defense gets 2 evades out of it. That's a crit coming through. Is that
another panicked?
Oh no!
Another panicked.
2 stress here out on Plo Koon. Plo Koon is gonna have his work cut out for him. He does get to shoot back for 3 damage. And here we see the next shot coming in, 2 hits on the board. This is from Obi-Wan. I believe that is evaded. And so John being able to get a few shots here out on Luke, but Luke doesn't mind. Next shot, 3 natural hits. Against 3 evade dice. I see 2 eyeballs there.
What is he saying? He's asking about Contrail's ability. And it doesn't sound like it's in effect. Oh no, now it did work.
And that is a dead
hobby.
Dead hobby.
Okay. Contrail gets the kill there. They used... it caught me off guard because I think this is the first Contrail ability trigger we've seen all weekend. Which is if they have matching bearings. You need, if I hard 2 left, you also need to hard 2 left for Contrail's ability to work. And we see it there, able to change a eyeball result from hobby down to a blank result, guaranteeing the kill there. Now we got focus for 3. 2 evades, 1 more damage coming in. This one on what looked like John's contrail is a target lock, and another focus from Chewbacca, raining out some fire here. And Plo, I think, is going to take 2 and be removed from the board. Travis Johnson then up to 14 points. Now he did drop the cash, so will no longer be scoring mission points. So let's see what shots remain. Barris gets a shot off here, probably going to Sabine, maybe Luke. Double blanks. 1 more damage card coming on to Luke, and I think he had taken 1 from the Obi-Wan Kenobi as well, so he is floating on just 1 card. Who's going to expose the card here? I didn't see what that was. So that was Barris Ophi's concussion missile triggering that flip. It does have to be one of the cards you had before the damage was dealt. That's how the neutralized result step works with hitting. Did you see what that crit that got flipped up was?
Weapons failure.
Wow. Not a great crit.
Not great for someone who wants to shoot a lot.
Nope. So yeah, the instinctive aim concussion missile with CLT. This, I'll put up the whole build again. This build also been making waves for the Republic. It reminds me so much of one of my favorite Empire ships, which is Grand Inquisitor, where you can spend your force and up your attack dice, right? Very similar to an instinctive aim missile. But the missile has limited charges. Grand could do it every single round if he really was trying.
Yeah, sure. But, I mean,
Grand's a 6-point ship.
We also don't see a ton of rounds. So like, you get a couple shots with it, that might be all you need.
What did we say? Pretty much about 4 rounds of combat on average would decide a game.
That's kind of what we were saying, yeah.
Yeah, either the 5th round here, which is what we're going into. This one did have early combat round 1, but it was just Ahsoka losing her shields. It wasn't like a full-on engagement, right? So yeah, we move into round 5, and
did we do mission points?
Yes, John still should have 2. We see them on Obi-Wan and Contrail still. Look at this. Look at this guy. Holding a laptop. You better be careful with that. You better be careful with it. Just swinging around a laptop crazily. Crazily. All right, we're going back into the combat though. John keeps the initiative, or sorry, the first player token.
First player token.
We're about to wrap up this game here. I'm sure this is going to be a decisive round for Travis or John. Well, if John can make some moves, kill off Luke Skywalker, and keep one of his caches, he wins the game. Same thing with Travis here. If Travis can, well, no, he doesn't have a crate anymore, does he?
Nope, dropped it.
Ooh, I was gonna say all he's got to do is kill Contrail and Barris, and then get the cash. But ooh, what are we looking at? Oh, Kellyanna dropping 17 subs. Thank you so much. Over 1,400 gifted subs. Kellyanna, one of our
benefactors.
Well, I was going to say largest, but I don't know if that's the word I'm trying to say. Most generous. One of our most generous benefactors. Really do appreciate Kellyanna's support, and everybody who was gifting subs, resubscribing over the weekend, or just tuning in to watch in. We are almost up to 600 viewers again.
Wow.
Everybody coming in, shaking off the, their early mornings.
Yeah.
Drinking their coffee, joining us here. Super excited.
Let's wake up and get some X-Wing.
Yeah, super excited to see what is happening. We see another Baze Malbus trigger. Chewbacca gets 2 focus tokens there. But he keeps his arc front to back. Interesting. Yeah, Contrail's going to have to dip out. And where did Sabine go? Oh, Sabine's right there. I just can't see her model because she's under the clock.
Chat says top supporters was the language we were looking for. Top supporters.
One of our top supporters. Thank
Most
you.
generous benefactors. Top supporters is more concise.
Thank you, thank you.
The other comment was, should the scenario be called Crate Cup, C-R-A-T-E?
No, that's trademarked. We already made that scenario. The crate drop and crate cup are already trademarked by the Carolina crates, so AMG doesn't have access to that one. Had to do salvage. I will say, like, as someone who enjoys the narrative aspect of X-Wing, I do enjoy that they included descriptive paragraphs, to give you the story of each scenario instead of just dumping the rules on you, right?
Yeah, no, that's right.
Droid Ball as well had a fun storyline to it. So, Fel Septo, not false elbow, like I want to say. Also gives 5 subs. Thank you so much.
Thanks for the support.
For everybody's continued support.
It's the only way we can continue to do this, The community support, it keeps us afloat. Yeah,
we love to see it. I don't love to see, though, Luke took a damage from that range 1 Obi-Wan attack, and he is getting removed
there we go.
From the board.
Luke thought he had the high ground, but Obi-Wan
is the
master
of the high ground.
Of the high ground.
Exactly. Full Septo throwing one more gifted sub into there. Thank you again so much. I have a feeling that we could be coming to a close here then, as John is holding on to the crate here on Contrail, and I don't think Travis has a shot to pop that crate off of him. And Obi-Wan as well. I mean, he could get the Obi-Wan, I guess, with Chewbacca. So it comes down to this, Travis. You need to pop both crates.
Pop both crates. Yeah, get him to drop the crates with crits.
Yep, he's got Sabine here, Chewbacca here. Let's go. Spends the focus there. Oh, no. Oh, he's got, I was like, what? Why are you shooting at that target? Bistan, he gets 2 attacks. He don't care. Shot that one for fun. Oh. I was like, wait, what are you spending over there? He did pop the crate. It's happening.
I think you're right. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, because there was a crit there.
Oh, it's like in poker where you see like it's like 99% to 1%.
Yeah, I just need a 4 here and I win.
I was like, technically the math supports that it is possible that you could continue to win.
Okay.
No, don't shoot that shot. No. Hit crit.
Takes a shield.
And the fist bump.
That was
there.
it. That's game.
Yep. Contrail holds on to it.
There's a good crowd over there. There's probably.
Well, hold on. Let's do the last official score here. Oh, they didn't update it, obviously. Last official score, then John Babcock gets 20 points. Travis Johnson just 14. Congratulations, John, as he moves into the top 8 for the World Qualifier Open. All right, now we can go to the giveaways. So a big. Let me correct this. Let's get back to our challenge bracket. See how this has been updated. So Johnny,
there's nothing.
Well, they're just finishing up the games.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
Someone was asking about the rest of the games. Let's see if we can get an update. ID versus Cormac Higgins.